This presentation is to talk you through how to do an online application for Edinburgh College. First of all, you need to log on to the website www.edinburghcollege.ac.uk. Once you're on the site, you need to make sure that you have all the things you need for your application ready so that you can continue right through the application as fully as possible. Before you start, you need to make sure you have a working email account because college will do all its communication with you by email, and you need to have a working email that you can access in order to set up your college application account. I'll show you how to do that shortly. So you need your email address, you need the details of any qualifications you have already achieved and when you achieved them. You need the details of the courses that you are currently taking at school and the levels at which you will be taking them. You ideally also need to have already written your supporting statement so that this is ready to copy and paste into your online application. There is another presentation that explains to you a bit more about how to do this and also how to find the right course for yourself at the right level. The final thing you would need is your Scottish candidate number. This is the number that is found on any certificates you already have from the SQA. If you do not yet have a Scottish candidate number, you can check with the school that you are based in, and they should have a note of it, or you may be able to check with your careers advisor who may be able to find it for you too. So when you've got all of that, you need to go onto the home page and select the courses tab to take you into the information on the courses. Here you have lots of information about the different courses, all arranged according to the sector that the course relates to. So if you know the course that you're already interested in, perhaps you're interested in something to do with childcare, then you check in the childcare practice section, you scroll down and check the details of the course. We've done this previously and have decided that the National Certificate in Early Education and Childcare is the best course for us. And when you have double checked the details, you can scroll to the bottom of it and apply for the course at Midlothian because that's the campus nearest to where I live. You apply now and this will take you onto the online application site. If you have not previously attended college or applied to college, you will need to register as a new user. To do this, you type in your name, first name, last name. You let them know if you have been an EU or UK resident for the last 3 years. Most of you will have been. A few of you may have the answer no to this. Then you type in the email address that you wish the college to use in their communications with you. So it's important to do this correctly and to make sure that it's an email that you can access. And keep an eye on any messages coming in from the college. Once you've typed it in, you repeat that, typing it in again, making sure you've spelt it all correctly, not got any typing errors. Then you create a password for yourself to use for your online college application account. You type the password in again and then you click Create User. If you have previously applied to college, then you should put in the details of your account, the email address you used for it, and the password you used, and then click the login button. If you've forgotten your password, you can click the forgotten password and ask to be sent an individual login to access the system, and then you will have to go into your account and set it up with a new password once you've gone in through the once use login. Any problems, contact the college. You are then in the actual online application system. You will need to create a new application if there isn't one automatically sitting there. If you click on the select course, that will take you into this page, and here you need to remember the details if it hasn't automatically put them in. So we were looking at the full-time course in childcare at Midlothian campus. So we put in the campus, the kind of course it is, the study level it is. So this is a full-time course, and then we scroll down the list of all the full-time courses that comes up and find the one that interested us, which is the early education and childcare. At this point you can see that the course is due to begin again on the 22nd of August 2016, and that matches the information that was in the course information section you will have checked before starting your application. Once you've completed a section, you can scroll to the bottom of the screen and click on the Save Changes icon here. And this means that if by any chance there was a problem with the IT, you would have anything you had done up to that point saved. If you needed to log out, log back in, you could leave an application partly finished. But if you save it all as you go along, it avoids you losing anything due to IT issues. You will see as you complete a section, the red cross changes to become a green tick. So the next item in the application is the personal details. Some of the information here has been transferred across simply from me creating my account in the first instance, and then a lot of the form is done by selecting things from drop-down menus. Sometimes you need to free type. If you're not sure the format for something, by clicking on the information icon here, it tells you that you need to put your date of birth in as the day, the month and the year. Have you studied at Edinburgh College before? This is a multiple choice, so you will either be clicking yes or no, and you work through the form completing the correct areas. For nationality, you let them know whether you consider yourself to be British, Scottish, English, or any other nationality that is listed. The Scottish candidate number is important, and you need to put that in here if possible. All the compulsory areas of the form have a star by them, and it will not allow you to submit your application until all of these have been completed. There are a few areas which are optional in case you can't find the information, but it's better to complete it as fully as possible if you can. So the emergency contact name is the name of the person that the college should contact if you were taken ill while at college, and you need to give the contact phone number so they can get in touch with them. Finally, on this page there is information requesting details of any disability or additional support needs you may have, so that the college will know to contact you to see what kind of help you may need with any issue of that kind. Again, once you've done it, you save it and move on. For the address details, you need to tell them your permanent address and put in simply the postcode for that, and you'll get a look up address drop down menu, and you can select the right house number from that, and it will automatically put it into the lines here. And you need to tell them a home phone number. For most of you, your term address will be the same as above. If it isn't, you need to give them the address where you'll be staying while at college. It's also useful to give them a mobile telephone number for yourself, and you put the details in here, and again save and move on. The next section is on residency, and you select from the options here how long you've been living in the UK or the EU, and you give them information about the country, your home country, so you put that detail down, and there's a long drop down menu here that covers most of the countries. Okay. College likes to give extra support to people who may have caring responsibilities or have come through the care system. So you indicate here if this applies to you. Perhaps you're responsible for somebody who has a health issue or an additional support need, or it may be you're responsible for a young child. If you've recently left care, you should indicate this to them, and also if you come from a looked after background. College will perhaps then be able to give you some extra support if you should wish for it in terms of the application and selection processes. The next section is on equal opportunities. This is not used to decide whether they will offer you a place on a course or not. It is used to evidence that they are not being prejudiced against a particular group of any kind, and so they're simply trying to find out a bit of background information about you and to prove that they're being equal opportunities in the way they deal with all applications. There is always in these sections the option of prefer not to say if you wish. The next section is really important, and it tells the college about the qualifications you're taking and those you already have gained. You need to tell them the school at which you're currently studying. If you're at college or university, you put that detail in. You put in your expected school leaving date, which in most instances, if you're leaving this summer, will be the 31st of May 2016. And if you already hold qualifications of any sort, you let them know what's the highest qualification you already have. Some of you may have National 4s, National 5s or higher, so let them know what you have already. If you have not yet taken qualifications, select none. You then need to tell them the subjects you're taking. If you already have taken a subject, you would be putting down the subject, the level you took it at, and the year in which you took it, and saving the changes. In this instance, I would have had to put National 4 in the highest qualification known, and then perhaps I would be taking English again this year at National 5, and so I add that too, and I don't yet know the grade because I haven't taken it, and it's a pending because I haven't taken it, and save changes. If you make a mistake putting in the information, you can edit each line by using the pencil to edit it. If you want to remove the edit, or remove the line completely, you can click on the blue cross and it will delete it after you've confirmed that that's what you want to do. Okay. So in this way you tell them all the courses you're taking this year and any that you've already gained. If you have additional support needs or have needed learning support at school, you may wish to get extra support from the college, and you should tick the boxes appropriately. Also, if you need help with your English language. The section on support, information in support of your application is really important, and this is covered in a different presentation because it's so important. The college tells you what they want you to put, and it's good that you put in as much information as possible, up to a maximum of 2,000 characters, including spaces. This is the section on fees. There's a drop-down menu here, and for most people doing a non-advanced course, you select applying for a course waiver, fee waiver. If you're applying for a more advanced course, HNC, HND, or degree, then you will apply for SAS funding, most of you. The final sections are drop-down menus to select how you heard about college and where you got your information from, and the final section is declaring that the information you've given on the form is correct and you're happy to share details with Skills Development Scotland. Once you've completed all the sections of the application and all the red crosses have become green, you can submit your application and it will be sent in automatically. If at any point you need to save it and come back, simply save and then log out and log back in through the online application system as explained at the beginning of this presentation. I wish you luck with your application, and if you need further help, please contact the college or your careers advisor.